So for real, I want to hear from all the haters and the losers who are saying, bad, bad, bad. Oh, the 0-2 Vikings, they should just tank. They're completely lifeless. This team is a hauled out corpse. You got Anthony Barr, the Pro Bowler, and the team Capitan. He is gone. Daniil Hunter, herniated neck. My uncle Bob had a herniated neck. He died from COVID. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he will never be back. Everson Griffin is gone. Blah, blah, blah is gone. They didn't improve the offensive line. They should never given away Stephon Diggs. Justin Jefferson is a bust. Jeff Gladney is a bust. Harrison Smith is terrible. He's not a leader. Doesn't deserve to be a captain. Okay, where are you now? Huh? And I don't get it. I feel like this happens in every fan base, by the way. It's not unique to the Vikings. But I feel like there is a segment of each fan base that is very much self-loathing, and they actively root for their team to lose just so they can be like, hey, I told you it was going to happen. I'm very realistic here. This team is going to blah, blah, blah. No. So it was hard to keep the faith. Trust me. And we've even talked about, hey, maybe the Vikings are systematically trying to tank, right? It's hard to do. You have to go full Rachel Phelps from the movie Major League. But this team was not as bad as the first 2 weeks indicated. Week 1 was a terrible, atrocious loss. Week 2 was just as bad. Game script got away, but this team is capable of playing good football despite the deficiencies along the offensive line, despite an NFL record 15 draft picks, despite all the weirdness of the offseason. It was going to impact a team that was young like the Vikings more than it would other teams. So, I mean, the first 2 weeks, chalk it up as, hey, that was the preseason. I think this is a much better indicator of how the Minnesota Vikings are going to operate. And it's not like the Titans are the Lions or the Jets or the Bengals or whatever. No, the Tennessee Titans are a good football team. Effectively, they're what the Vikings want to be. They have a ball control game manager quarterback. They want to run the piss out of the football, and that's about it. Like have controlled field position and all that stuff. But I mean, yeah, the Titans were in the Final Four last year. I mean, they were AFC Championship game participants. They went into Foxborough wildcard weekend, won. They went into Baltimore, the 1 seed, the hottest team in football, won. So yeah. Don't tell me the Titans are a bad team. It's just it's a fluke. Vikings still go 1-15. F off. And yeah, we get criticisms like, how can this guy have a positive outlook for this team? That's what we do. That's what you're supposed to do as a fan. I mean, hey, I am a fan of this team. I believe this team can win this game today. It's going to look really bad when the Vikings end up losing 31-17, but don't care. Do not care at this point. So Dalvin Cook getting the rock, looking phenomenal, 10 carries, 76 yards, and a tutty, as well as the big story, Justin F. Jefferson. Justin, who, I don't know if you know this, his middle name is I single-handedly led the undefeated LSU Tigers to a national title game and had nobody Joe Burrow win the Heisman and become the number 1 overall pick. Jefferson. It's quite an acronym. But Justin freaking Jefferson is looking amaze balls. And I know through the first 2 weeks, a lot of people are like, Jefferson's a bust. Did you see that Diggs had 154 yards receiving a touchdown week 2? Who, blah, 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 blah. From what you saw from Jefferson, in the just tiny amount that they went to in week 1 and week 2, I mean, everything was there. Like, all of the flash was there, and now he's just really blown up. He is eating Malcolm Butler's lunch. Oh, yeah, I also like how the announcers are basically just filleting Malcolm Butler. Like that third down play where Cousins underthrew Thielen, and the ball doinked off of the back of Butler's helmet, and the announcer is like, oh, Malcolm Butler does it again. Who the hell is this guy? Like, I know and respect James Lofton, Hall of Famer, longtime Buffalo Bill and Raider. He did not play for the Packers. I refuse to. But who's the announcer? Like, I actually refuse to look him up because he's terrible. Because, like, he had such a hard on for Corey Davis had 25 receptions with a first down or a touchdown. Oh, he lost his streak. And also, he pronounced Afadio Denebo's first name when Afadi got hurt. It was like, Ifiati, which sounds like a very fancy Italian car, or like some high-end gelato, or like Guy Fieri. That just... I'm annoyed, but yeah, that's what I get for watching the telecast. But whoo, it feels good, doesn't it? Because with everything that went into 2020, the weird ass off season, all of the drama with Diggs, parting ways with all the veterans, like no preseason games, no training camp that fans can be at, no fans at US Bank Stadium except for 250 friends and family of team executives, which is great. And also, this is a whole another Storm the Bastille take, but yeah, I understand that with friends and family of staff and executives, you can do contact tracing, which no one is actually doing. But those 250 seats, why don't you give them to the most diehard, longest paying season ticket holders? You know how much goodwill that would have bought the team, but I digress there. I get it. But no, it feels good that the Vikings are actually playing some good football and playing up to their potential. I do not think that they're playing over their skis at this moment. I do not chalk this up to an any given Sunday. I think this is much closer to what the 2020 Vikings actually are, as opposed to what the first 2 weeks definitely showed. I think that this is a tough defense. I think that Anthony Barr being gone is actually addition by subtraction. Let's be honest, like Eric Wilson is looking great. Hardy Nickerson Jr., as well as Todd Davis looking great out there as well. Danielle Hunter, hopefully he'll be back soon. Tom Pelissero said likely not week 4 when he is eligible to return. Herniated disc, typically a 6 to 8 week injury, so TBD there. Again, every injury is different. Every person is different. Also, if you didn't know what herniated disc is, I mean, go look it up. I mean, it's pretty nasty, but yeah. And also this offense. Yeah, the offensive line is Drew Samia season is canceled. So Jeffrey Simmons is doing some absolutely terrible things to Drew Samia. So Simmons had that sack early on a third down, as well as you just constantly see 73 going backwards. So it's a tough day. It's a tough day, but Kirk Cousins is operating well in the pocket. He's got time. Play action is working. They're doing a lot of play action boot. Dalvin Cook is getting the rock. They're double covering Adam Thielen, but Justin Jefferson may change that up. Watch in the second half. The Titans will switch up their defense, and then Adam Thielen will start getting going in the second half. And it's just beautiful, man. It's just good. It just feels, don't want to say like vindication for the faith and the blowhardedness that we had this entire offseason, but it does a little bit. All right. And I understand, like, the haters are still like, still tank for Trevor, still go 1-15. It's the Tennessee Titans. Who cares? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we care. Yeah, we do care. Take care of business at home. Then you got week 4. You're going down to Houston. The Texans and the Steelers, we got this on the other TV. That's a pretty entertaining game, not gonna lie. Even though I have Deontay Johnson in fantasy and he's already out with a concussion, so that's just great. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough road to hoe. Second half, hopefully the Vikings maintain. Just keep feeding Dalvin. Keep getting Jefferson and Thielen going. Who cares about Rudy at this point? And that is all. Defense, keep doing what you're doing. Yannick, with Taylor Lewan out, I think Yannick will eat. Also, Yannick's making some plays in the run game, baby. That's awesome. Harrison Smith with the pick. Oh, also, so Anthony Harris, you may have not caught this, but pregame, Anthony Harris was the one in the scrum hyping up the team. Now, traditionally, that had always been Everson Griffin. Sometimes it was Kirk Cousins when Linval Joseph made him, but usually it was Everson Griffin. The Vikings have been missing that vocal leader, that one who's going to give the Braveheart speech before the game, the one who's going to get people hyped and start yelling at people. Anthony Harris, super low-key, super quiet dude, but he was getting after it. And it's something that you love to see. I think he is certainly a leader on this defense, and you like to see that he's become more and more vocal because the team's going to need this. I mean, first 2 weeks, you could either roll over and die, feel sorry for yourself, or you can get mad. I think Anthony Harris is taking that latter path, and it's going to pay off dividends. Like Harris, best safety duo in the NFL. Woo! Thank your lucky stars. But again, that is it. All right, so today we're going to have a post-game show, quick little 5-10 minute hit, and then we'll, of course, have the winners and losers video a little bit later on. So if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Come along for daily Vikings takes and hyperbolicness. If the Vikings blow this, then definitely tank for Trevor. But anyways, Skull, production value.